Hello fellow builders and welcome back to the bench. Mediocre Modeler here, working on the DC-17 blaster rifle. We got done with the DC-17 blaster last time, and well, okay, so whenever you're building a model, it's not done until it's got to live somewhere. So I had to build a little stand for it, and you know the rule, use what you got. So I went to my bin of 3D printed mistakes and offcasts and found some pieces, used a little bit of styrene, and we got a base. And it came out pretty well. I still want to tweak it a little bit. I've got a 3 3/4 Rex figure that I want to try and maybe incorporate it. He might be a little bit too tall. Or I can just put a foot peg in the base of that and then have him sit like right underneath the barrel of the gun. Haven't decided yet. But that's not what we're doing. We're working on the beast part of this, the oversized parts that are going to turn this blaster into a rifle. So let's give that a go. Well, guess what I forgot? The little mini blaster. It's not going to do anything but be around for the kids to play with when they're here, the grandkids. But it's got to be completed. You figured, print it, just stick everything together and everything would be fine. But no, there's always got to be sanding. So, I'm going to get in here and give it a little bit of a sand. Make sure the pieces fit together. Glue it, and then set it to the side. But there's always sanding. Dust everywhere. How did that happen? So let's talk you through this. First, we don't need the glue in right now. We can get that out of there. Okay, good. Well, okay. So this is what we got gonna go. We're trying to connect this portion together. We'll get you out of the way. So we got this wedge, which will allow me to, it's going to go in there like that, which will allow me to run the screw straight through and give a nice flat surface for me to tighten the screw down. We've got this attachment piece, which goes in there and fits there nicely. Haven't decided whether we're going to do any sanding or anything on that to make that a better transition. But we still have to get this piece to attach to this piece. So how are we going to do that? We're going to use the power of the resin. We're going to use the resin as a glue. That's what we're going to do. So first thing we're going to get these rods in here, and we're going to slide. We're going to put some resin between these two pieces. The rods are going to support this, keep it straight. And with the resin, and we'll even probably dip this down in the resin and get it down in the holes, then we're going to cure it. And we're going to let the resin cure against itself and be its own adhesive, leaving this center hole open where we can run the screw through. We're going to do the same. Once we have this secured and we know it's going to work, then we're going to do the same thing on this. We'll get these two pieces pulled together. Resin cure them and get it all sanded down. Then we can actually start assembling. But first things first. First things would be, we need pegs. little tap. Nice and snug. So beating on it mushrooms it out. So we gotta do some more sanding. Cure it. Well, that came out far better than I expected. I mean, it's on there good. And I've got a little bit of a lip that I can sand down. Just give it a test. Yeah, no more than unnecessary. There's enough there. I might take this out to the belt sander and do it out there. But that's nice. That'll send up really good. Which gives me more confidence that when I attach this piece to this one, like that, yeah, that's gonna be a good, you know what? This will be a better contact. I can get this glued together now. But the smart thing to do would be to test fit. Let's see if we can get these pieces together. In the automobile industry, they call it the marriage. Let's see how well these pieces will actually go together. Oh, yeah. Like that. All right. And this guy can go in here. Like that. Boy, that doesn't give me a whole lot of... I'd have to run that screw down just a little bit more. Just to give myself, there's just barely enough thread on there. But at the same time, okay. So we're gonna have to work on a couple of things. Yeah, see, okay. My problem is my angle is off a little bit once I get that screw in there. Let me work on this a minute. Give this a little bit of a... Yes. Will go on the end like that, and then you got that guy. That's looking good. Oh, that feels good. Okay, so can I snug that up with the I can? Okay. Okay, it's time to, let's get you out of there. So now we can get these two guys together. Get those two guys together and get some sanding done. So that's next. Okay. Now we're going to cure it. Well, as you can see, I did not drill a straight hole. But I think it'll be okay because across the length of this, the length, I can, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, what is this going to look like? Gonna put a washer, a slightly bigger washer. Oh, they're the exact same size. So we're not going to do that. We have to find it. Let's see if this part works. Eee. Okay. I assumed it was fine in there, and it is not. That guy, like that. And that guy goes right there. That will go on there. Yeah. So I'm going to have to put some thread lock on here as well. Because it's doing what I want it to do. Okay. It is and it isn't, because it's pulling this in, which is kind of what we want, but we want it to tighten up. What I'm gonna need is another sleeve. I'm gonna need a sleeve inside here to where it'll stop that guy and then pull that forward. Okay. There. Take this guy in. Slide him in here. Look at that. Does that look straight to you? It goes that way. Gotta fix that.
And potentially some of the development. This is we will see traces that someone in the Middle Ages was here and might have used nasals as that. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Brigade Bucket Magnets. Ultra Thin Magnetic Quick Feature. So that they can carry exposed mounted.
That's better.
Just one.
That seems better.
Still to say what it is, but it sure has
That seems better. Yeah, that seems better. Back is sorted, front is sorted. Now we need to get the top sorted. And use this bracket. Okay. Got it. Gotta find the best place to mount it there. Run us a couple of holes through. Figure out how long the screws need to be. And we're gonna be good. Then we can move on to paint. But we gotta get this done first. Somebody said food. Now this is partially assembled. I think it's looking pretty good. But we got to get this done. I've already got it covered with a coat of Plasti Dip because I want this part of it to stay black, a little bit grippy. The rest of it we're going to coat with some gunmetal to match this. Now, we're also going to get a little bit of color. We're going to put a little color in there on both sides.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So let's see how we did. Originally, this band here was the same color as the end of the barrel, which is jet exhaust. And it just didn't feel right. It kind of stood out. I mean, it would have matched there, but I didn't have any reason for it. I just thought, hey, let's do something a little bit different. And then when I got this new purple paint to run through my airbrush. I painted the purple over the top of it, and it gave it a really good, you can kind of see the gold underneath it. And so what I thought was kind of cool, I put some scratch marks, tick marks on it for, you know, how many people have fallen victim to this weapon. Just as a, Anywho, headcanon, what can I say? But let's unwrap this guy see. Unwrap this guy. Well, fine. Be that way. Front end. And so yes, we added in this purple strip there. Just to note when you're covering stuff up so it doesn't get paint on it. Tape is cheap. So don't skimp on the tape. Use as much as you need. I do like the way it kind of stands up on its own. Oh, well, look at there. I pulled some paint off. I have to touch that back up. Come on, look at that. Look at that. Purple's my color. We know this. Always got to have that hint of purple in there somewhere. That looks good. That looks good. Let's take off on the other side. I may have to go over it again because the back of this tape has kind of given it a little bit of a, it's like pulled some paint off here and there. It's giving it a worn look, which isn't bad. I just want it to be all kind of more consistent. Yeah. Yeah, and I had a little bit of paint bleed, so I need to fix that. So, I'm gonna do that. We haven't tested that part yet. Now that right there is a right respectable sci-fi weapon. Probably just I'll have to loosen this to rotate my little scratch marks so they're a little bit up on the top. Tighten that down so it doesn't rock or anything. But, oh, that feels good. That feels good. What can you see down there? Oh, there you go. It's dark in the room. Of course. There you go. Thing about it is I have to do something with. I can't get back inside there. That rail is where it is, and it is where it's going to be. So, but I like it. I like it. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to think about what we're gonna do. I wasn't sure about this transition here because I wanted it to look like it was something that was added on to the end that you could use it without that, and I think it does give that. Just like the back end, same thing. But like we just need to touch up here and there. But for the most part, it needs a weathering pass. That's what it needs. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I like the way it sits. It sits very well. Now I'm not done with the model. I still, like I said, need to do a weathering pass. But also, a model isn't truly done until it finds its forever home, where it's going to be displayed. I just happened to have a place without knowing that I had a place for it. I've been trying to figure out what to do with this little area, and this was perfect. I guess past me kind of knew something that future me didn't. There's also the fact that I'm so pleased that the rifle butt that I designed came out so well, I almost want to change the one on the Battlestar Galactica rifle. But that seems like a project for another time. That means it's time for you to go build something. And, you know, I'm always surprised how well things come out. Even though it's not quite done, there's still work to be done. But until next time, have fun, be safe, and go build something. Pew 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 pew.